The man didn't look up when she walked in. He didn't need to. He'd already decided who she was. "Ma'am, this isn't a public space," the sales manager said without a glance, his voice dry and dismissive. "If you're lost, the service department's out back." Amara Morgan paused mid-step, the heels of her shoes clicking to silence. She looked at the luxury SUV gleaming under the showroom lights, her favorite model, the one she had approved for spotlight placement in her dealership. She turned to the man, her voice low and steady. "I'm not lost." "Well, whatever you're here for," he said, finally glancing up, "you'll need to wait outside. We don't do test drives without a credit check." That was his second mistake. His first was assuming she didn't belong. She extended her hand slowly, revealing a slim leather folder. Inside, proof of ownership. Her name was on the deed. This wasn't just any dealership. It was hers. Before we continue, hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notification bell to get notified for more. Share to friends. Where are you watching from? Please tell us in the comments. We love seeing how far our story goes. 20 minutes earlier, Amara stepped out of her sleek black sedan. Not the armored executive car she typically used, but something inconspicuous. Today wasn't about being recognized. It was about seeing the truth. The dealership was her latest acquisition. Morgan Lux Auto, formerly a struggling luxury chain swallowed up in her firm's expansion. Her team had flagged it for culture concerns, phrasing that usually meant bad customer service, worse leadership, and sometimes much worse. She chose not to enter through the executive side entrance. No boardroom today. No announcements. She walked into the front, dressed like any driven customer with taste. Pressed slacks, a crisp cream blouse, and a blazer sharp enough to cut glass. No designer logos. No grand entrance. She walked in as herself. Inside, the air carried that faintly artificial scent of new leather and old assumptions. Sales staff milled behind their desks. The place had the hushed tension of a showroom that looked perfect, but felt wrong. Amara paused in front of the cherry-red SUV at the center. It was a statement vehicle, and it was hers. She had signed off on its exact color, trim, and display strategy. But she didn't get long to admire it. "Ma'am," a voice called out, and there he was. Middle-aged, thin smile, thick with condescension. His badge read, T. Garrison, Sales Manager. "You need to speak with someone?" he asked, already moving to block her view. Amara offered a polite nod. "Just looking, thank you." "Well," he said, tone shifting, "these vehicles aren't available for walk-in browsing. We require appointments and pre-qualification for test drives. It saves everyone's time." He emphasized everyone's with a practiced sneer. She studied him. "Is that your standard policy?" "For vehicles in this range, yes." His smile didn't reach his eyes. "We don't entertain window shoppers, if you catch my drift." Amara's expression didn't change. "You think I'm here to waste your time?" "I think," he said, eyes flicking to her plain purse, her brown skin, her quiet confidence, "this might not be the right place for you." The moment stretched. Behind him, a younger employee, early 20s, Ty Askew, was watching with discomfort. His name tag read Darius. Amara gave Garrison one last look. Then she reached into her blazer. The leather folder she pulled out was slim and clean. Inside was her ID, a business card, and a signed contract of acquisition. She held it open, let him read her name, Amara Morgan, CEO of Morgan Automotive Group. He blinked. Once. Twice. "You," his voice cracked. "I'm your boss." He took a step back, blinking like someone waking from anesthesia. "I came here today," Amara said calmly, "because we had complaints about this location, about how customers of color are treated, about dismissive managers. And I needed to see it for myself." The room had gone utterly still. Other salespeople were watching. A customer in a nearby corner put down the keys she'd been inspecting. "I gave you a chance," Amara continued. "I wanted to see who you were when no one was watching." Her voice stayed level, deadly calm. "And now everyone's watching." 10 minutes later, the general manager, Luis Navarro, arrived pale and sweating. He'd seen her once on a group call. Now here she was in the flesh and clearly not amused. "Ms. Morgan, please, can we speak privately?" "There's nothing private about this," Amara replied. "You've had 3 HR complaints in 2 months, and I've just seen firsthand how your team handles walk-ins." "I didn't know." "I know you didn't. That's the problem." She turned to Garrison. "You've been working here how long?" 23 years, he whispered. "In that time, how many customers did you treat like this? How many never came back?" He said nothing. Amara nodded to Navarro. "He's done. Now." Navarro hesitated. "Should I write something up, or—" "You won't need to. Consider this his exit interview." Garrison looked like he wanted to argue, but he must have known it was over. He picked up his briefcase, humiliated, and left the building without another word. Aftermath. Amara didn't leave right away. She toured the dealership, met the staff, asked Darius about his training, asked the receptionist about how long she'd been overlooked for promotion, took notes on policies, attitude, inventory, and silence. Most of all, she listened. Later, in the break room, Darius approached her with a hesitant question. "Ms. Morgan, can I ask you something personal?" She nodded. "Why coming like that? Undercover?" Amara leaned against the wall, thoughtful, because when you walk in with power, people perform. But when you walk in as yourself, they show you the truth. She smiled at him. "I wasn't testing them. I was testing the system. And now I'm changing it." 2 weeks later, a company-wide email went out, introducing the Morgan Equity Standard. Anonymous mystery shopper visits. Cultural sensitivity training for all staff. Internal promotion and mentorship for underrepresented employees. Zero tolerance for bias, in action, not just intent. But the biggest change? Amara launched a new program called Mirror, a simple name with profound intent. Every manager had to spend 1 full day each quarter working undercover. No titles, no badges, just them and the sales floor. To feel what it was like to be overlooked, underestimated, or misunderstood. Because you can't fix what you refuse to see. 3 months later, Amara visited the dealership again. This time, she was recognized. Staff stood straighter. The energy was different. She stepped out her car and was met by Darius, now a senior associate. "Welcome back, Ms. Morgan." "Thank you, Darius. Show me what's changed." He grinned. "Everything. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you were Amara Morgan, what would you have done? If you haven't subscribed till now, please do. Your support means a lot. See you on our next story.